it's always good to remember to come back to your foundations of efficient movement and efficient breathing. That foundation for efficient movement is literally your standing posture. So you can really bring your body into a nice state of balance where you need structure, obviously, but at the same time, where can you allow the body to relax? So this standing posture is an excellent exploration. Pop your hands on the belly. Keep your feet connected to the ground and really feel grounded and stable and strong through the feet, almost as if you're rooted to the ground like the roots of a tree. And then lift from the crown of the head. So you put a little bit of energy up through the spine and you connect to the sky. And explore the balance, so you can close your eyes and just feel that very subtle sway forwards and backwards of the body, allowing the body to come back, find its own balance. Tune into where you need to be strong and where you can soften, particularly in the shoulders. Let go of the shoulders a little bit. The lower legs. And you can check in with the 3 dantians. So the lower dantian, just below the belly button, in towards the spine. And quite logically, the body's center of gravity in this standing posture. So you may just want to shift it. I'll just show you from the side. You may just want to move your center of gravity forwards and backwards a little bit so you can feel very subtly a little bit of extra weight through the heels, and very subtly a little bit of extra weight through the ball of the foot, and maybe even side to side, so you can move it side to side, but really subtly. So you feel the weight shift to your left side. I'm mirroring you there, and then you feel the weight shift to the right side. So this area is your powerhouse. This is where the energy comes from, where the movement comes from. And then coming up the body to the torso, if you think where the sternum is, and the thoracic spine, the upper spine there, focus on a point where you feel the center of gravity in the rib cage. So you may want to tilt the rib cage backwards a little bit, tilt it forwards a little bit. So you're getting some movement here through this thoracic spine, what we call the thoracic spine. This often gets tight in this area here. Really important in terms of moving forwards, because we need that rotation through, particularly through the thoracic spine. So the lower back here, the lumbar spine, you have a little degree of rotation, only about 12 degrees of rotation. The thoracic spine takes a lot more rotation, allows a lot more rotation. So balance rib cage or middle dantian on top of lower dantian. And then give the head a little nod. Have that idea of lengthening the spine, lifting from the crown, very subtly tucking the chin. And that quite logically balances the head on top of the spine. Upper dantian is the center of the head. And we need to spend time exploring this balance, because it's very easy just to lock everything up, just to hold this fixed posture. But we actually want to really explore, again, where we need to be structurally strong, but then actually what we can let go of and relax. So just this practice of standing, feet together, we're bringing the feet closer together because we're narrowing our base of support. By narrowing the base of support, the body has to explore a little bit more, bringing itself back to balance. If we have a wide base of support, it's much easier to balance. If we lower our center of gravity, it's much easier to balance. So we're deliberately narrowing our base of support to give us a little bit more awareness of bringing our body back to balance, or allowing our body to bring itself back to balance. And then in this standing posture, you can bring your attention to the breath. So just keeping the lips lightly together, the tongue just resting gently on the roof of the mouth, the tip of the tongue just behind the ridge, or just in that ridge at the top teeth, without creating any tightness in the throat. Jaw relaxed, eye sockets relaxed, forehead relaxed. So really relax and release any tightness or tension in the neck and the shoulders. And if we have this good structure, if we create this nice balanced structure, head balanced on top of the spine, we're really creating space and the conditions for the breath to flow easily in and out of the body. So just tune in with the breath. A great place to notice the breath is in the nostrils, because you can notice that physical sensation. It's a really clear physical sensation of the slightly cooler air coming in through the nose. So just bring awareness to the nasal cavities, the nostrils. And we are literally just following the breath. So we're not changing anything, not asking you to slow the breath or take fuller breaths. So this is nasal breathing, just breathing in and out through the nose. You're not having to do anything. We're not pulling the breath in through the nose. So really just tune into this easy, effortless, soft, rhythmical breathing. When you're doing any practice like this, if you're doing breath work in a sitting position, it's very normal for your mind to wander off and think, oh, where am I going to get my lunch from? What am I going to cook for tea tonight? What happened at work this morning? Now that is really normal. So please don't get stressed out and think, oh, I'm focusing on the breath, but I can't focus on the breath. Use those moments when your mind wanders to notice that your mind has wandered, and then just say, oh, actually, I'm just going to guide my attention just gently back to the breath. It's really simple, really, really simple. So when your mind has wandered, bring your attention back to what's going on at the present moment. And that one focus, if you pick that one focus, nostrils, I can feel that slightly cooler air coming in through the nose. Pick that one focus. It's very easy to come back to that focus. And then focus on where you've got your hands on the lower dantian. And notice as you breathe in, just let go and relax the belly a little bit. So you may notice that very subtle movement as you breathe in, as the belly just moving out. And the abdominals being displaced by the diaphragm. That's all it is the diaphragm is coming down, displacing the abdominals, so you feel that belly just push forwards a little bit. So this is a true deep breath, allowing the breath to come down deep into the body. And breathing just the right volume of air that your body needs for what it's doing at this moment in time. So that's what we always want to be aiming for in terms of efficient breathing, is allowing the breath deep, breathing the right volume of air that we need for what we're doing at this moment in time. Just bring your hands onto the ribs side of the body. And feel that expansion, really subtle expansion as you breathe in of the ribs, just literally pushing out against your hands. So you're moving sideways with each rib, with each of the lower ribs, with the rib cage expanding laterally or sideways. And then focus on the back of the ribs. So breathing into the back of the body, into the kidney area here. So you can put your thumbs in the ribs, lower ribs there. Breathe into the ribs. Again, we're not taking any bigger breaths. You're just feeling, you're allowing the breath. Feeling the breath naturally entering and leaving the body. And if you start to feel any tension in the shoulders, you can just let the arms rest again with the hands on the belly, or just let the arms relax by the side. And a couple of other points you can add to this when you're focusing on the breath is notice the top of the inhale. Notice that slightly extended pause as you breathe in. It's a bit like a wave. So you reach the crest of the wave. A little bit of a pause, a little bit of a rest, and then you breathe out. So let's just explore the top of the inhale. Just that natural pause at the top of the inhale. So it's good just to pick one focus at a time. So again, if your mind wanders from the breath, guide it back to what you're focusing on at that moment. So we're focusing at this moment on the natural pause at the top of the inhale. And really enjoy the rest, enjoy the stillness, relax into that natural pause at the top. And then follow the breath out and explore the natural pause at the bottom of the exhale. And again, just relax into the stillness. And you can do this with your eyes open or your eyes closed. And now just bring your attention back to the body and your structure, your feet connected to the ground. Grounded, stable, strong through the feet. And the crown of your head lifted towards the sky. Find that sweet spot where those three centers of gravity, the lower dantian, middle dantian, and upper dantian, are literally balanced over each other. So you can create that really strong structure, and then where you can let go and relax. So relax the feet a little bit, relax the lower legs. Relax the belly, relax the spine, relax the back, relax the shoulders. So you've created that strong rotational axis, crown of the head through. That vertical core of the body. And standing in this position for any amount of time, tuning in with your balance, is all strength training. You're strengthening your legs, you're strengthening the muscles of the spine to keep you upright. And then just step your feet out to the side. Give yourself a little shake. Let the shoulders relax. So again, it might feel as if I'm doing nothing, I'm just standing there. There's a lot going on when you're looking at those foundations. So really don't neglect coming back to the simple things of balancing, because all running is landing and balancing on one leg. So we're starting off there balancing on two legs, but really focusing on those three centers of gravity coming back to balance or coming into balance. And then focusing on the light, easy, effortless breathing, so that when you start to walk and when you go from walk to run, you have that in mind, is that you can keep your breathing effortless. And yes, you'll need a greater volume of air because we need more oxygen, but we can do that calmly, effortlessly, easily, keeping that light, soft, deep, rhythmical breathing.